Morning, guys. Good to see you all. Look at the state of my bloody bonds. Look at that. I look like a fucking mad scientist. Like a madman. There you go. That's as tidy as I'm getting, I'm afraid. Where are we up to? Let's move that over there. Morning, Daz. Morning, Gav. Morning, Steve. Hey BQF and 2, how you doing? Thanks, Gareth. I appreciate that. .125i coupe. No, we've not mapped that. It's petrol. We tend not to map the petrol Beamers. Gonzalez, good morning. How you doing? Hope you're well. I'm just sort of setting up for the day here. We've had a job cancelled, unfortunately, overnight, which is such a shame because I was really looking forward to that one. Not much we could do about it. Oh, great, Phil. Thanks for watching, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think that video is going to do well. It did well overnight, and I think it'll pick up pace. It'll pick up pace today, so that's great. Good video. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed making it. I've got no less than. Let me tell you. I've got to make. How's this work then? Library 1, 2, 3, 4, including my CRZ video of Gareth's. I've got 5 YouTube videos to sort out. Ugh. But it's all good, ain't it? It's all good fun. Think it upset anyone with the InGen? Yeah, for sure, for sure. Now I think the trouble here is with the InGen that car made good power with that InGen in stock form. But when you push on and you want to get more power, I think it bottlenecked. I think if you pay careful attention to how the engine kit works, when I looked at Chris's car, off the throttle body is a 90. It's almost like folded back on itself, a 90. And that has to be a flow restriction, and I think that was the problem. Yeah, FN2 ops. I think that's exactly the problem. Declan, I think we could probably get you in pretty soon. You know, I'd look in the diary and find you a slot if you were keen. We are booked up until October, but when it comes to mapping slots, we've usually got slots available to get you in. So we'll do our best to get you in. You just got to message me on Facebook or give me a bell and we'll get you in, man. It could be because it had the skunk too. You might be right there, you know. Yeah, the inlet manifold. Hello, Jackie. Shalom. How you doing, Jason? What you up to today? Are you going work, mate? RSP manifold. Skunk 2 street manifold. A big difference. I don't think I've run that experiment, Gonzalez. I don't think I've run that experiment, so I'm not sure. Good morning, Mark. How are you doing, my friend? Yeah, give me a call, man. We'll get you booked in. No problem. We'll have a talk to you about your options, things like that. On your way to work? What, so you got YouTube on in the car? Morning, Vinny. How you doing, Vinny? Oh, right, okay. Yeah, so stock manifold to Skunk 2. Yeah, they make gains in the mid-range, don't they? It's not about peak power, though. That's the problem, and that's sort of trying to get that across sometimes. Yes, so what have we got? Shall we see what we have actually got today? Yeah, boy, can't miss your morning rants. Yeah, thanks, Jason. Look, today's not going to be a rant. I had a low point yesterday. I was quite, shall I say, upset, miserable? I don't know. I wasn't on it. I wasn't on it yesterday. I was I'm feeling a bit negative. I was getting negative vibes coming at me yesterday. So we've got an FN2. No, that's Tuesday. Let's get the right date, shall we? Bog Masher. Yes. Today we have got to fit a 4-to-1. We've got to fit a 4-to-1 manifold and sports cap, and we've got to fit or modify this M2 exhaust and map it on Ecotech. And we did have an EP3 coming, but unfortunately that's had to cancel late last night. So I got a message after work saying that he wasn't going to make it. So that's a shame. That is a shame. So I've got to find him a slot, which I will try. To. What's this here? Oh yeah, so that was my. Oh, that is a shame. Oh, I'd like a thumbs up. I'd really like a thumbs up, Gareth. Thank you. Yes, if anybody wants. Did you see my previous recipe? Could get the time off in September to come back for another map. Will probably be next year after a show. Okay, man. Bought a standard Colt CZT at the weekend. Done DCAT. Looking to get a map next. Excellent. Yeah, we could definitely help you with that, my friend. Best place to be, Dynodaze, if you got a Colt. So if you've got any questions whatsoever, get me on Facebook or asking comments on videos on YouTube. I'll find you. I'll answer your questions. If you want to know the best parts to bolt on before map, give me a shout. We'll get you the best results. So if you listen to what we have to say with our experience over the last decade, I bought my Colt CZT brand new in 2006 when there was no parts available, and we developed the parts. So we know what's best. We've tried everything out there, everything, every part you could conceivably wish to bolt onto your car. We've tested. If it's not on the website, it's crap. That's the way it is. We only sell stuff that we believe in. Did you do that? Was travelling from somewhere? Did you do that, car? Travelling somewhere from Europe? No, still talking to him. Still talking to him. He's got a throttle body issue at the moment. He's fitted an aftermarket throttle body, and it's struggling. And I've told him to take the motor out of a standard throttle body and fit that. So, yeah, he's still gonna come, which is nice. Morning, Chris. Morning, Type R Tweaks. How you doing? How are you doing, guys? Today, I'm going to pin AB Express at the top of this. If you guys haven't already followed AB Express, he's got FN2 content. He's had a hybrid racing induction kit and recently mapped by Uncle Paul at TPW Engineering. So his car's doing well, and there'll be more content to come. So follow AB Express. Nice chap, very nice chap. I think you'll enjoy his content. I certainly do. What throttle body? Is it? I think he's got a grams throttle body FN2 ops. Yesterday we mapped a car an FN2 that had modified his standard inlet manifold. So you can have a look at the power on that when that gets uploaded. I need to do that, Daddy. Fit the motor from a standard throttle body to the FD2 throttle body we had issues with, hopefully in time for your induction kit. That'll make a good video. Yeah, let's do that, Mark. Honestly, right, grams, I'm not sure how they... I'm not sure why, but the only real problems I've ever seen with parts on FN2s tend to be grams parts. Especially the fuel pressure gauges. My God, the amount of times I've wanted to send one back and take it where I've just been like, hit that with a hammer. But what? It's like, yeah, make a video of you smashing it up with a hammer. Oh, okay. Right, there's your refund. Well, can we just send it back to you? And you sent it back for no, just hit it with a hammer, they said. So we've done that a few times. That'd be good, AB Express. I should be watching. Looking forward to it. Yeah, grams are known for some issues. They need to be mapped on map sensor. I think the problem with the gram stuff is that in the mapping software, there is no you cannot calibrate an uprated throttle body. So what you need to do is you need to put the standard motor in, because the software will still react the same, the actual motor, even if it's bigger, it will still be open and closed. So you have to go with the standard motor inside. Yeah, they do, Mark. That's what we've seen anyway. But then again, you see, I mean, you see lots of people, don't you? And this is something that I've got to check out. But you see lots of people want to sell all sorts of parts, but these people that are selling these parts, I've never physically seen the parts, never physically fitted the parts, have no experience of the parts. The thing that Dynodaze tries to do is tries to know what it's talking about by not selling crap if we can help it, and yeah, and testing everything. I mean, now it's a bit difficult when I've got Samuel in and he's basically uploading stock lists from different companies that we deal with, like Coord Sport and Tegua and stuff like that. At some point, I'll have to go through all the work that he's done and say, don't like that, don't like that, don't like that, and just start removing stuff. PayPal. I'm speaking to Infinity Decals today because I want some coats. I want some nice winter coats. I think that'd be nice. Someone might win one. Someone in this YouTube chat on a regular morning will win a Dynodaze coat. That's good info, Gonzalez. Yeah, good info. We'll bear that in mind for sure. Hey, Expression Culture, I'll wear whatever you give me, man. You want a Dynodaze coat, Jason? You want the moon on a stick. Yeah, any of the merch that we make, we will sell. Yeah, for sure. Yes, Aaron, I think so. From experience, they do really, really well. Oh, FN's the way forward, Vinny. Don't let no one put you down. What do they drive is the answer. How you, Tony? How you doing, mate? You got a busy one today, Tony, or not? I'm trying to keep level-headed today. Like I say, yesterday I got a little bit like I was on my period or something. I was letting people affect me, externally affect me. See, one of the problems, I'll keep being told this by people close to me, that I care too much. I don't think I really want to change the way I am just because other people piss me off. Yeah, I get told I care too much, and what I seem to be doing is looking for issues. You know, seeking out on the internet, seeing fucking idiots message my customers and slag me off. Fucking hell, man. We do a good job here. We're conscientious, and we do our absolute best for a customer, no matter who he is. We've got difficult customers, we've got lovely customers, we've got loyal customers. You know, there's all sorts of different customers, and you treat them all with the same respect. It tends to be when people don't make the power they want, that tends to upset people, and you can't educate people sometimes. But yeah, I seem to be finding my friend Jamie FYD said, I say my friend, he's a nice guy, once said to me that you got to ignore all the comments and all the hate, because the haters are out there, and the haters will hate, and there's nothing you can do about it, because they want what you have, or they're jealous, or their car didn't make the power on a power run, or whatever, you know. And you just got to ignore it and keep doing what you're doing, and enjoy what you're doing. And I've realised recently that if I'm ever not enjoying what I'm doing, it's because I'm seeking out negativity. I'm like, I'm looking for it. I'm trying to deal with it, and I don't need to. I need to be spending my time with my customers, doing a good job, and not giving a rat's ass what some moron with an EP3 who's never been a customer is saying to people behind my back. Because I guarantee you, they're no good at fighting. I guarantee you keyboard warriors cannot fight for shit. And what'll happen is, eventually, I'll see it for myself. Instead of being behind my back, I'll see it for myself. I'm going back to the 90s, when someone gets a punch in their face, they will stop doing it. And I bet you they can't fight for shit. And that's all I'm saying. People who fucking tap away, being little slags, being little fucking morons on the internet, going tappity tap, tap, tap. They can't fight. They can't. Else they'd be down here fighting me. And, like, please come down and fight me. And bring some mates, because you'll need them. But I've got to stop the negativity. I've got to stop letting it in. I've got to stop letting it in. And I've got to get on, and I've got to be positive. And that is what we're going to do. Because I'm jolly. I want to be jolly. I want to be jolly. Yeah, I agree, Mark. Haters are gonna, the more successful or the more happy you appear, the more haters you're gonna get. Aaron, so we can do like you say there, we could do launch control, we could do pops, which is overrun on the map. We can also give you a shift light using the engine management light, so it's set to specific parts of the rev range in different gears. We could do that, and ultimately we could just make your car as rapid as it can be, which is the fun bit. That's right, Vinny. And sometimes you just got to get your head down and get on with it. See you, Jason. Shalom. Have a great day. Oh, I'm seeing another company at the moment. And I'm not even going to suggest that they're our competition, because they can't do half the job that we could do. So I don't even class them as competition. But they are being total bottom feeders. it seems they can only get a job when somebody hates another company. So, for example, if Paul West or TDI North or someone have a problem with a customer or a job, what this company does is they seek out that guy that's having the problem that can be resolved, but they seek that guy out and they put a seed in their mind that they can do a better job and that the person that they're dealing with is shit at their job. This company that I'm talking about is a total bottom feeder. They cannot get work for love nor money without slagging people off. Honest to God, we refuse more work than we actually do here. So when I say refuse, car's not ready, or I don't want to map that Jaguar, or that Audi is four-wheel drive, so I don't want to map it on the road, or there's an Accord with a clutch and it's going to take a day and I'd rather be mapping 3 cars instead of doing that. So we actually refuse more work than this company could ever get. So the only way they can get work is by slagging the big boys off. Now, I once caught them saying that Paul West can't map a car. And that's insane, because he's like the Indiana Jones of Honda. So I jumped to his defense and said, that's horseshit what you've just said there. I think that's probably where the problem started. I said, you're talking shit there. The lads up at TDI North are absolutely brilliant. So because I jumped into their defense, then that's how they're getting work, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You can come and stand in my doorway, right? You can come and stand in my doorway, and you can tell me a story of when you're not happy, right, from somewhere else, and I will say, I know that guy can map a car, or he's been doing it a long time, so he can definitely map a car, regardless of how he straps his car on the dyno. He's good at his job, and you won't catch us, or you shouldn't catch us naming companies that we think are shit. Because if you have to name a company that you think is shit, all you're trying to do there is raise your own profile. And if you raise your own profile by slagging off other companies, people know that you just crap, that's all you can do. You can't get work any other way. If you can't get the work by being you and offering your services without slagging someone else off, then your profile's in the gutter. Yes, but BQFN2. Anyone can have their car mapped anywhere they want, right? Anywhere. So don't read into that too much, because that might not be who I'm talking about. But anyone can have their car mapped anywhere. And I know companies dotted all around the country that can do a fantastic job. And regardless of whether their dyno reads high or low or whatever, we just stick to what we're doing, knowing that what we do is good and is accurate. So we're happy with that. And we know there's dyno discrepancies everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, there's dyno discrepancies. But if your car doesn't make power, there's no magic button. This is NA tuning. You can't add another 3 PSI of boost. It's NA tuning. There isn't a magic button. That car, whatever it is, if it's NA, can't go from here and go to a different tuner and then make more power. It's impossible. And I'll stake my life on it. It's impossible. Now, you can get a different dyno reading and it show a higher figure, but do that without tuning it. So put it on the dyno as it is first. Next thing is that if you haven't made the power that you want, modify something, change something. And if you change something and it makes more power, fantastic. But there's no magic button. I'm telling you, there isn't a button that you can press that makes more power. Yes, you can't do that, Sean. It's hardened. And when you regrind it, you remove the hardening and then it just becomes chocolate and it'll last 1,000 miles. Was the answer from Richard yesterday. Of course, BQ. Of course they prefer a higher reading. Who wouldn't prefer a higher reading? This is why people manipulate dynos. We refuse to do it. I mean, to be fair, we can't do it because we've got a weather station, so we can't do it. But that's it, isn't it? We do a Saturday power run session, don't we, where people come down. If we could just give everybody the figures that they wanted, we'd only ever get rave reviews. But that's not how it works in the real world, and I think that's possibly the problem. That we'll stick to doing what we're going to do and do it right and do it properly. And if we're only ever as successful as we are today, then that's the way it is. But I'll be happy, and I'll go to my deathbed knowing that I wasn't a scumbag up north.
Or bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Morning, Danny.
Yeah, that's right, Viddy. We just stay and we keep doing what we do. Good morning, Samuel. How are you?
Oh, I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
Grant, that's right. So, but the difference there, Grant, is that you understand. So it's very difficult to make somebody else understand. Whilst you understand that when you get in your car and you drive it and you know that it's better, other people don't. So on paper, you saying my car drives way better now is not the same as my car's now 257 brake horsepower. 257 brake horsepower is not achievable. So if this is why the Ford tuning industry is so inherently bent. When the Focus ST was getting tuned up, the Mark II, you had one Ford tuner saying, we'll make you 300 brake horsepower on that map. And everybody went to them. We'll call them cat build, right? So they all go to that tuner, right? So they all go, oh, cat build are doing a 300 brake horsepower map with minimal mods. Let's go there. So the next company who's now not getting any mapping work, let's call them cat speed. They say, well, we'll do your 305 brake horsepower. So all the masses go over there for this extra mythical 5 brake horsepower. By the end of the year, we're talking about 325 brake horsepower, and cat science are plugging stuff in and flashing left, right and centre, and there's still only 285 brake horsepower. Regardless of what stickers are up the side of their car, no one's got a magic button. You can either run the cunt lean as piss and make power and it'd be unsafe, or you can do the job properly.
Don't forget about cat sport.
Cat sport.
I'm working on creativity here, Dan.
Yeah. One of the funniest things I've ever seen is, and this is actually Samuel's dad's car. Samuel's dad's car was a Focus, and everyone was pretty much sure that these people flashing maps on cars weren't doing any proper work. And what they actually did was they went to Nicky Gower, Artec, and it's the only Ford Focus he's ever mapped. And they said, please tune that. And he tuned it, and it was an animal compared to every other Focus ST that had been flash mapped. It was an animal. It was tuned properly. And the fuel pump ran at what brake horsepower did that make? Can you remember?
It was meant to be 400, but it didn't run 360.
Yeah. So everybody else's car was supposed to be 400, and this one, its fuel pump totally was out at about 300. I think it was about 385 brake.
No, actually, to be fair, I think that brings more of a
Yeah, I think it's scientifically impossible to make more power at 300 than 385 brake horsepower. So you would think at that point that car's down on power compared to all the others that have got 400 stickers all over them. This car at 385 annihilated every other Focus because it had been tuned properly. And that's the difference. You can chase numbers all you want. I can have two different Mitsubishi Colt CZTs on an R dyno, and both of them make exactly 210 brake horsepower. Exactly 210 brake horsepower. One car is infinitely faster than the other. And you've got to think to yourself, why is that? Well, because there's more power under the graph. So you can have a straight line to 210 brake horsepower like that, or you can have one like this that gets to 210 brake horsepower, and all the area under the graph is power. That's why, as Grant says, it's about getting in your car and driving it and feeling it and knowing. And ultimately, like I say, Grant, you understand that, but a lot of people out there in the wild world, they don't. Like when people phone up and they want me to put a front mount intercooler on their 1.6 NA Ford, and I'm like, and then you sort of like, is that a wind up? And it's not a wind up. People don't know, and that's fine if you don't know, because you're interested and you're enthusiastic. But when you don't know, what you do is chase power figures, chase peak power figures. We had an EP3 turned up the other day that had been rolling roaded at 253 brake horsepower. Put it on the dyno, makes 225, exactly as I expected. Mapped it up, we made another 10 brake horsepower. Before, after, that's what you pay for. You pay for the bit in between. You pay for the bit between before and after. Yeah, it's just one of those things, man. He has got a big lunchbox, Steve, yeah. He just doesn't know what to do with it yet.
I like putting food in it. That's what I do.
Yeah, Mark, yours is a genuine 240 though. So I would hazard a guess that if you put your car on somebody else's rolling road, it would be mega. It'd be way beyond any car that's ever been mapped there. Tony, I actually love mine on the motorway, you know. I think I enjoy my FN2 more in a straight line, but I'm not the most experienced driver. Sorry, I've got experience, but I'm perhaps lack confidence. I think I could drive as good, I could drive a car, but the people around me are all wicked drivers. So I like a straight line. I do. I'm happy driving my car regardless of how much horsepower it has. The most important thing for me is to enjoy the ride and not having an issue with it every month. I totally agree, Vincent, which is exactly why I've got an FN2 as a daily. I get in it, turn the key, and every single time since I bought it, it's got me wherever I wanted to go without hesitation. That's great, Mark. Thanks for that review. That's nice. Agreed, FN2 ops. Carsten, a lot of the time, it isn't all about brake horsepower unless you're a straight line bandit. I am a bit of a straight line bandit, to be fair. I prefer a car with 200 brake horsepower that can shoot around the B roads. They're 400 German, but absolutely. I totally agree with that. I've got a K20 mapped up to 460 brake horsepower, and it makes me feel like a passenger when I've got both hands on the steering wheel. Agreed, Steph, but it seems to be a bit of a heartbreaker most of the time. Big BHP. BHP may be important for some, but without a good stable car, you can... Oh, yeah, we've seen people turn up here that want 400 brake horsepower and ain't got no tyres on the car. They're, like, shredded. What's that, Mark? If I come with you on the motorway, you're going to pull me off? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'd like that. Just get some wipes or something. We'll be fine. 225 at the moment. I think it made 226 on a pull, but I'm going with 225 because that was like the average. 225, and I've got an M2 inlet manifold. I've got an M2 cat back, a Jap Speed 4-to-1, and a CPL racing induction kit. Smiles per gallon. I like it. Morning, Danny. How you doing, mate? Happy birthday for the other day. I hope you got my my Cult Jesus reference. What do I think to a K24 in an FN2? I think that is a lot of money for not particularly an amazing upgrade, is my honest opinion. Yes, Steph, but my powerful jizz may corrode the inside of his body. I actually meant body as in the inside of the car then. But take that how you will. I thought they were very similar, Vincent. Someone could correct Gareth. If Gareth was here, he would tell us. Perhaps Mark will. Did you have a good birthday, Danny? I hope you enjoyed it. Hey, Rich, it's Friday.
It is. What difference does that make to anything? It's not like it's the end of the week, is it, for us? Why is the door not open?
Because I'm not bothered.
Hey?
I'm not bothered with any of that.
Oh, I could tell.
One of our customers isn't coming today. He told me at 6 o'clock last night, so he lost his deposit, bless him.
What was that all about? Which car was that?
It was an EP3 that we were mapping on Honda Vert.
Okay.
So we're just gonna get the FN2 to do.
There's one outside.
Oh, is that an FN2?
Outside the door, a silver one, yeah.
He's probably sat in it.
He is sat in it.
Yeah. What time is it? Oh, it's only early. Yeah, so that's Bog Masher. Bog Masher's outside. Yeah, so we've got that one to do. That's 4-to-1 manifold sports cat.
Why is he not coming then?
He's the one that's not coming.
Yeah, but why is he not coming? Did he offer an excuse?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, his parts haven't arrived. So I said, well, man, you're going to lose your deposit. He's like, yeah, I'm really, really sorry, man. I was really looking forward to it.
What parts have turned up? CPO exhaust by any slight chance? Or is
Something like
TDI 70mm? Everyone's waiting for exhaust. Everyone that's messaging on the page, and they're like, yeah, I want to book in for map. And they're like, oh, I'm just waiting on my exhaust. I was like, don't book in until you've got that exhaust.
That's right.
I says, because we're having a run of people not turning up because they're all waiting on exhaust from Tegura and CPL and all the rest of it. They're all on the same boat. The guy's rowing as fast as he can, but unfortunately he's not made it to port yet.
No. Toby, yeah, it's the best. I wish I could sell them, mate. I wish I could. I wish the guy would answer me.
Who's
and
that?
Solid Fab. I wish he would answer me and let me buy them in bulk and put them on the shelf.
The difference is it's like Solid Fab and Giz Fab are the same, aren't they?
Yeah.
The problem is they don't want to sell to you or a big company like Tegura because they want a massive discount. They want a load of exhaust off him, so they stress him out. And he's saying, I don't need to do that. What I'll do is I'll make 10 when I want to make 10, right? And then they'll be on the website and they'll sell, and then in another 3 months I'll make another 10.
Yeah, that's how he's making his living, isn't he?
And he'll make his living. Because he's not just, what he'll end up doing is just churning out exhaust cheap for big companies. And what he's saying is, I'm a small company and I'll make what I want when I want.
Yeah.
And that's basically what they're doing. They don't want to deal with companies because they don't want the stress of dealing with you. When you're saying, oh, I want 10 exhausts, because as soon as you start selling them, Tegura will want 10 and CPL will want 10. And then he's got an order of 40 exhausts to make, and he's got other orders of other exhausts that he's got to make. And he hasn't got enough staff. He hasn't got enough staff to churn it out like a Chinese exhaust company. You know what I mean?
Do you know if we've got an Ultra series and stuff?
FN or the EP?
I think for EP.
Yeah, I think we probably have.
Well, the guy was got a post up on
If you can ask him to move, back it round one or whatever. Where's your car? Is your car on the end?
next
Yeah.
to Brand Colt.
Yeah, well, if we get him to watch out, you move yours. I can take the EG out. I can take Dave's out because he's coming this morning, ain't he? So we'll get Dave's out and put that on the end space so it's not getting clobbered by anything. You're on pallet duty here. We'll have that outside here on the front. And then your first job, you're going to start taking the manifold off that and get that off, and then clean the floors up, and then underseal it, and then get the exhaust manifold back on it. Flex is here, we'll repair it, we'll get the exhaust back on. Engine mount's got to go on, so there's loads on that you can get on with. We shall keep you moving forward.
Yes.
So I'm going to take the lock off the outside of the door because we're not going to drive through it.
Well, I should let you guys chat amongst yourselves for a bit. I got to piss. I got to. Where's my car?
Right. You'll be fine when you're working.
I was about to say, I don't want to put my hoodie on because I know for a fact I'll start sweating as soon as I put my hoodie on. What?
Yeah, put your shoes on.
Oh yeah, it's busy Friday today. It's not quite as busy as it should be because we've got a job missing today. So we're going to pull something forward. Fingers crossed. Otherwise, we've lost a slot. So we're going to try our best to keep busy. I think that's right, Grant. I think. Like I say, it's such good quality stuff, and when we're mapping, we've always seen the best gains on that sort of stuff. Like I say, I just wish I could buy it. It's such good quality kit. I wish I could, as a parts salesman, I wish I could like get in there and stuff. I'm seeing people try and replicate his work, and they can't. So, Steve probably today at some point. How was the drive home, Steve? I believe you got better miles per gallon, and it was more pokey, which you can't really complain at that, can you? Vinny, you could just come here whenever you want, mate. Just get a hotel, drive here. Just come and do it. Yeah, Steve, that's pretty much the way it is. As soon as the long-term ramp is free, currently on there is an EP3. As soon as that's free, the brown coal goes back on and we get cracking again. I genuinely think that's not going to be done this year now. Okay, he can swim here then. Swim here. Get a plane, obviously. Just be my guest. Be my guest and come and have a meal with my family. Vinny, come and do that. I don't know actually, Vinny. I'm not sure. That's awesome, Steve. That's brilliant. Right, back in a moment.
So yeah, how did you start? Well, I know what's happened. I took a load of fuel out, the cruise fuel in and all that side of things, and then obviously that affects the cold start, don't it? Because you've took primary fuel out, so then the cold start hasn't got as much fuel as it needs. So now you've got to put fuel in on the cold start. So it's looking, you know what I mean?
So just he wants to fuck about, now right, cause another fucking problem. You could probably try and start it 2 or 3 times, and then it would run.
But he's not going to want that, is he? To fucking motor off foot.
You might have to get this laptop working again.
Yo!
You might have to get this laptop working again.
Right.
Yeah, I have to go to the program to work it. Yeah.
My FA2 customer is here, Bogmash R. Right, where are we? Colville and Nuneaton. Hey, it's Ibstock, not Colville. Morpheus, how you doing? Which would you recommend the best sound? Piper 2.5-inch catback exhaust system, one silencer, or the Jap speed? Piper is much better quality. Yeah, go for the Piper over the Jap speed, especially if you fitted it yourself. Hey, I think I'm sure Elvis went to Colville. People have been to Colville. The Emporium used to be there, one of like the biggest nightclubs in the UK. Oh, Vinny, that sucks, man. We don't map any ST Mark IIs. Again, one of those things that we choose not to do. Yeah, see, Colville have got 6 fingers, and Ibstock people have got webbed fingers. Bogmasher, right. Bring me your form and your keys and come and sit on the couch. So leave the car there, grab the keys, bring me your form, come and relax now. We're about ready to start. We've just got this Supra to have a quick check on before we pull it out of the unit. Today we'll be mostly watching Peterson, if anybody knows who he is. If you don't, I'll drop you a little link. Watch that. Who's mentioning me? I'm going to drink some water. Let's get hydrated. Mark's the best person to talk to about that, Aaron. Good morning. Good morning. Come in. Good to meet you. Right, I'll take that off you, my friend.
There you go.
Thank you, I'll take that off you. Have a seat, relax. There will be a cob lady come round later if you're hungry for your breakfast.
Very nice. I've actually got my parents turning up.
Oh, very good.
We're going to go to the zoo.
The zoo? Which zoo are you going?
We're going to go to the, is it
Twycross.
Twycross.
Yeah, great place. Absolutely great place, Twycross is. Yeah, my kids love Twycross Zoo. It's not cheap.
No,
It doesn't appear to be cheap, but
and you have to book in advance.
Yeah. I think that's to do with numbers, probably still about COVID or something. But yeah, it's a great place. It's
Yeah,
good. It's a good old place. This Twycross Zoo. Damn, you guys are all in the UK. I feel so small size if I'm there. Mate, I'm only about, what am I, 5'6"? I tell my kids that I'm 5'8", but I'm probably about 5'4". Right, I'm going to go do some actual work. So, peace out, be good to each other, say nice things to people today, and we'll see you soon, guys.